Hello, everyone. Welcome to WinCat Sports and its Lions post games. An OT win against the Rams. Did they deserve it? We don't know. I mean, they didn't play the greatest, but Jared Goff did go 18 for 28, 217 yards, 1 TD, the 1 interception. Montgomery with the winning touchdown in OT. He had 17 carries for 91 yards. Gibbs had 11 for 40. And our top receiver today, surprisingly, Jameson Williams with 5 receptions for 121 yards in a TD. Surprisingly light load for St. Brown. Laporta had a few good catches. Gibbs had a couple good catches. But overall, I don't know if it was a deserving win, but a win is a win.
Well, you're 1-0. The reason you won is because you won a coin toss. If the Rams would have gotten that ball, they would have gone down and scored on you. So just be thankful that you got a win out of this because you didn't play good. Lions, for the second game in a row, you remember the Niners game, they damn near blew a lead. Goff sucked tonight. Goff was awful. Thank God for the running game. The defense, I thought, as much as people were saying Hutch was getting held and that was a tripping penalty, whatever.
He's 5 sacks a game,
basically non-existent. And there isn't really much to say. I mean, for me, is that just be lucky with a win.
Yeah, they gave up. It's. I thought it was going to be a lot like last year. Like you said, Matt, the better team did not win. I don't think today, but you know what? That's a sign of a good team is that you can win a game probably that you didn't deserve to win. So, and that last drive, that was the best drive of the whole game.
Yeah, I mean, they just went straight downfield.
I was absolutely shocked they came out and played as flat as they did.
They didn't want to lose at home. Yeah. They didn't want to lose on opening night. That's what drove them to do that in OT.
That was all O-line, that last drive in OT. That was impressive. Very impressive. I think, like I said, it's, Matt Stafford's a really good quarterback. The Rams are, I think, a good team.
They're going to be a great team. I think
we could face them again.
They could win their division. I think it was a good win. I mean, we won, so we're going to take it. But you got to, like I said, we got out of it. I'm hoping that Goff
wakes up for next week.
Comes out next week because he didn't play all preseason, so that might have an effect.
Yeah, they're warming up. Matthew Stafford did have a great day. 34 for 49, 317 yards. I think your saving grace was that you still had a really, really good run defense. They only rushed for 83 yards.
Right.
So you kept them from having to run the ball on you, and Matthew Stafford just torched you through the air.
They didn't do on us. We ran the ball pretty well,
I would say, overall, between both teams, I believe these stats are pretty even in total yards. 387 for the Rams, 363 for us. We were just able to spread the ball more between the ground and the air. So that kind of made it a little bit easier. They did have more first downs than us. They had about 13 more plays than us, but one less drive. And we averaged 6 yards per play. They averaged 5.2. So pretty even throughout the matchup that they played. It's just overall, we had a better run game, which probably helped carry us. Though most of those rushing yards did come in OT, where Montgomery ran about 90% of the way down the field.
Yeah, I liked how Kerry and Arnie played. He made he had a pass interference call.
Got 2.
But, he was aggressive. I like that. He'll learn. All in all, I thought our defense played well. It did give up 17 points in the second half, which I didn't like. But
why wasn't Laporta and St. Brown more part of the offense?
They might have been covered pretty well. That might have been what was going
on. 1 reception for St. Brown, I think.
3 receptions, 13 yards. Laporta had 4 receptions for 45. Gibbs had 4 for 34. Montgomery had 1 for 2. Brock Wright had 1 for 2. Your star was Williams with his 121 and that 52-yard TD pass caught.
That was greatly underthrown. I mean, even that wasn't very good from Goff, but who cares? We won the game.
A win's a win.
Win's a win.
Yeah, it's all basically what you can say about today.
Win's a win. I mean,
it's the first game of the year, so maybe the rust has to be knocked off this team.
I mean, I think it was just kind of That's how.
Yeah, Dan Campbell didn't make any majorly stupid decisions today.
No.
I mean, did he go for it on fourth down like he
No.
usually does? Yes. Does he cause the other team to go on fourth down? Yes. And which they weren't able
And
to
like
achieve.
I said, I don't know if you guys noticed watching the games today. It seems this is going to be more regularly. I think we've started a trend. I think going for it on fourth down is becoming more the norm.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting.
The more you make it, the more you put pressure on the other team. That's basically how the idea goes with it. If you can achieve, which is why we kept doing it, it's why we did in the playoffs last year. You had a higher percentage over making it on fourth down than your kicker making field goals, which ends up biting you in the butt in the long run.
Right.
So, but
and Bates did well today.
Bates did well today. So that also puts you in that situation where if you're in the same situation next year, you can trust the kicker to kick a 60-yard field goal instead of being like, oh, it's a 50-50 shot that it doesn't go wide.
Right.
We know he has the leg for it, which will be good for the future. It's probably less likely Dan Campbell does those kinds of stupid decisions and more of the inside the 30 stupid decisions like he likes to do.
Well, the only stupid decision I really saw him do today was almost get Goff killed. He should have took a knee at halftime.
That was dumb.
But
I didn't get
he
that.
chose to run a play, and Goff got hit pretty good on that.
But would you say outside
of
Jameson Williams, would you give like the game ball to like Montgomery?
Montgomery, well, I mean, he's the one that ran it down for that last drive. He ran it down the field.
All the game, I thought.
He ran it down the field. He had his 91 yards on the ground.
Or give it to the O-line.
Our O-line looked good.
Our defensive line was subpar today, but
and they were without three of their starters, so you kind of. Although, like I said, I'm going to give it up for Stafford. He just got rid of the ball.
He did.
Kupp had a great game.
He was getting hit. He got hit a lot.
He was getting hit. He was getting pressured. But that guy's a vet, man.
He got sacked 2 times. 2 times on 13 pressures.
Yeah, you got to give him credit. He knows how to get rid of the ball, and he makes some tremendous throws. So I mean, I think he thoroughly outplayed Goff today, but our O-line again came through and won us this game, running that ball down their throats. God, that was such an impressive drive. That is something. I mean, can you remember the Lions doing that ever? It's hard for me to remember.
Well, I mean,
like
maybe last year, but
not even like that. It was just
before last year.
We're going to run the ball, and you can't stop us.
But going into next week, obviously we'll have our pregame for that. They do play Tampa next week, who did win their game today, so it is a 1-0 versus 1-0 matchup. Lions are favored in it, but we'll get more into that in a future.
Is that an away
video?
Game?
No, it is a home game. Downtown will be rocking. You have both the Tigers and Lions playing at the same time.
1 o'clock game.
Stay away from downtown.
So unless you want to be a part of the party downtown next week, stay at home because it's going to be busy between a playoff hunt with the Tigers and Lions looking to be 2-0 with a second game in a row for a revenge matchup. 12 o'clock.
Oh, wow. Noon and 1. God,
so,
it's going to be like
but it is
a couple 100,000 people down there.
It is a second revenge game for a playoff opponent. We knocked them out in the divisional round last year, so they're looking to come back and try to stick us.
How did they do today?
They won today.
I like Tampa. I like Baker Mayfield. That guy's a tough SOB. And I tell you what, when you see what Cleveland gave up for Deshaun Watson, Baker Mayfield's playing better than Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
And for half the cost.
But we'll get more into a pregame for that game in a future video. But good win by the Lions. They got it done.
Yeah, good win. A win is all you can say about it, really.
And hopefully next week we look a little bit better than we did this week. With all that being said, though, if you like to see, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you thought about the game and what you'd like to think about next week. Until next time, hope to see everybody soon.